Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. This is my review for season 1 of Loki, streaming exclusively on Disney+. This is the third Disney Plus series after WandaVision, as well as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys, I've never been a huge fan of Loki, and what this show did great with the 6 episodes it gave us was it made me really start to actually root for this villain character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So basically, this story is set up in Endgame when Loki gets the Tesseract and basically disappears. And it picks up right from that point where this organization called the TVA basically are like the timekeepers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So they take Loki and they claim that he is a variant. So this show really deals with different versions of different characters from basically different universes and kind of corrals them in this organization to control what they call is the sacred timeline, which is what we know as the Marvel Cinematic Universe today, where it stands. So we also have a character of Owen Wilson, who plays one of the TVA agents, and he is a great foil for Loki, because Loki starts off, as we all expect, he's, self-indulgent, very narcissistic, and then you have Owen Wilson's character who plays a TVA agent, and they are basically like clones created by these timekeepers, which oversee everything. So he is there to keep an eye on Loki, and there is a mystery that revolves around another variant that is basically taking out people left and right. So it's between Owen Wilson that is recruiting Loki and Loki to go after this time variant to really kind of solve this mystery. And that is really the story in a nutshell. And what I like so much about the story is we start off with Loki being such a despicable character, and it really shows through Tom Hiddleston's performance how much this character grows, really focusing, and that's the beauty part of having a Disney Plus series that takes place basically 5 hours instead of a 2-hour movie, is we really get to dive in deep to these characters with Mobius, who's played by Owen Wilson, and Tom Hiddleston's Loki. I think those two characters are huge standouts for this series, and there's other mysterious actors and characters that show up, which would be spoilers. This is not a spoiler review, but I would just say the performances of all the characters, all the actors are just so well done in this. Seeing how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is introducing the ideas of different timelines in a way that, I watched this with some people of the household, very much mainstream viewers, and they could actually understand and appreciate what Marvel is doing. So the way they broke it down with the writing to make it more basically streamlined, I got to give them props for that. I think the production quality of this show was fantastic. We're dealing with time, so we're going into different places such as, Pompeii with the volcano that's going to turn everybody to ash, to the far future, to current timelines. So it really felt sort of like an amalgamation between Legends of Tomorrow from the DC universe as well as Doctor Who. Got very strong Doctor Who vibes from this, and I love that show. The music was fantastic and really epic. I found myself just humming the music time and time again. And just the focus on overall freedom of will and what that is like. We're dealing with the TVA, they monitor the timelines, but is it so monitored to the point where people are just set on their own path? I will say that I like their exploration of that whole facet of what we can do when we kind of put ourselves in our own shoes and take our own destiny. I think that they built up the characters so well that there was a strong emotional impact, especially toward that finale. And this is, comparing this to WandaVision. WandaVision was a great show, but I feel like it lacked in its finale. Its finale felt a little bit underwhelming. Whereas with Loki, it was the opposite. I really started to appreciate the show with every episode that came out. Every episode, for me, topped itself, really adding to the stakes, especially that final episode, that conclusion to this story of season 1 really just paid off. It really just answered all the questions that this prior episodes have introduced. It answered those questions very well while teasing what's coming next, and not just coming for the show next, but coming next for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. This series has the biggest kind of production, as well as leading into something that's going to change the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever. There's something that happens in here that's bigger than the Thanos stab, if you ask me. There's something that's going to change the Marvel Cinematic Universe like as we know it from here on out. And the fact that, you know, they've actually had the balls to do this, for lack of better terms, in a series that's not even on the big screen. They're able to have that kind of confidence. Marvel Cinematic Universe is able to have that kind of confidence to open up this huge can of worms that is going to, you know, not have a rippling effect, but have waves of effect going throughout all the movies from this point on, going out through all the series from this point on. We're never going to see a change this big, that to my imagination right now at the very moment that we're recording this. Negatives, I really can't think of any. I'm scratching my head here. I think they paced this so well that I really can't see anything wrong with this. Yeah, sure. Can they have, you know, maybe indulged in more characters and fleshed them out a little bit more? Yes, but this is only season 1. We are getting a season 2. So with that being said, I got to give this a 9 out of 10. This is the strongest outing for a Marvel Cinematic Universe series on Disney+. Like I said in the beginning, for a show to make me go from hating a character to liking a character to really being at the edge of my seat for what could be the fate of certain characters, I can't really say much better things about a series like this, but I'm leaving room for improvement as there will be a season 2. So what do you guys think of Loki season 1? Let me know in that comment section down below. For my reviews on WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I have them on the channel right now. You can go ahead and check those out. I also talk a lot about Star Wars, so if anything of that nature sounds interesting to you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.